Hey there, everyone. Welcome to your weekly All Signs Messages. Hi, for those of you who are new to me, my name is Kelly Lunt, and I love coming in, helping giving you guys a message from Spirit with a heavy emphasis and a heavy focus on what do you need to hear to get all of your manifestations. So without further ado, let's just dive straight in to Aries. What does Aries need to hear this week for all their manifestations, love, money, new jobs, new cars, anything they want to manifest? What do they need to hear to help move them along their pace and their journey and just help them become good receivers in life? Well, Aries, you have every reason to feel hopeful and optimistic. And there's a little bit of you should feel proud of yourself. And this is actually in my Law of Attraction course. If you guys want to learn how to manifest, I have a free mini manifesting course at kellylunt.com/free gifts. I don't know if I put this in my free course or not. In my paid course, though, I talk about step one, alignment. And part of alignment is feeling good about yourself and feeling good about who you are. So, can you do your 15-minute meditation every day and then just make a list of 10 things that you're proud of yourself for? Because, likely, whatever it is you're manifesting, and that's what manifestation is. What is it that you desire? How do you think you would feel if it was in your life? I would feel happy. I would feel good about myself. I would feel proud. I would feel proud comes up often. And if that doesn't come up, this will still help you feel proud of yourself, which will help manifestations come in. So it's kind of like a double whammy. It helps no matter what. You make that list of how you'd feel if your manifestation would come in, and then you nurture those vibrations by noticing how you already have it in your life in the simplest, easiest way. I'd feel proud of myself if I got that new job. Well, I feel proud of myself for going to the gym. I feel proud of myself for vacuuming my house. I really got that dust bunny. I know it might sound silly, but a vibe is a vibe. If you just activate that proud vibration for something small and bask on it and let it grow within you, it's only going to call in the thing that's bigger, like the new job, like the new client. So you have every reason to feel hopeful and optimistic. There's a little bit of a need to amp up the vibration of proud of yourself, proud of myself. Okay, and there's also a little bit of a need to narrow down your focus. Let your life be a little bit more simple. Sure, there's a lot of things you want to do. You want to invest, you want to save, you want to travel here, 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 and here. You want more money, you want a person in your life, you want those new shoes. But just allow yourself to simplify. For right now, for this month, I'm focusing on these 3 manifestations, just 3. And then nurture those vibes every day by what I previously said. The more that you just focus in on, right now I'm focusing on the new job. If I had the new job that's, paying me more money and giving me good energy to go home with, I would feel this way. Journal it out. When you journal it out, it activates more of your brain. You could Google that or ChatGPT that. More area of your brain gets activated when you journal and when you write it out. So it makes it more real and it gets more energy activated within you to call it in. Okay, and it kind of looks like really good companionship is really going to help you a lot right now. It can mean new love is imminent, okay, but it just is a good companionship, being willing to rely on them. Hey, can you help me with this? Start with small ask. Hey, could you help me with this? Hey, would you want to come over and meal prep together? Maybe play with the girls while I do this, or some sort of just be willing to rely on companionship and friends a little bit more. And that's going to significantly make things easier for you. And there is definitely a little bit of asking for small little things. Hey, I've kind of got this issue I need to work through. Do you mind if we just can I talk to you for 30 minutes and we just focus on it to help me move the needle on it? Just something small, or hey, next time, hey, are you by chance going to the grocery store today? Oh, sweet, you are. Can you pick me up some milk? That's what's going to kind of help you transform into the person who receives. But just make it be small ass. I can't think of any more examples off the head, but small ass. So this is really about also the energy of leadership that you're moving into. And leadership for you is going to be, I love, own, and accept who I am. It doesn't mean you need to become like a politician or a CEO or any of that, but it's I love, own, and accept who I am. I love myself because I think I'm cool. I think I'm funny. I feel good in my body. I manifest cool stuff. I own myself because I embrace that I did come down to live a family life and a life of travel. So own the simplicity of the life that you want. Um, and like accept, embrace you are. Accept myself. I accept myself. I accept that I can't be all things for all people, and I accept that I can't solve the world's problems. But I do accept that I'm a pretty cool chick and a pretty cool person who's got good things going on in my life. Okay, is there anything else they need to hear for their manifestations? This is funny. This is moving on purely to love, Aries. I remember this came up in your reading last week. There's a little bit of a stuck energy from the past. Just allow yourself to admit, I feel disappointed about a previous relationship, whether it's how it panned out, whether it's the fact that you even entered it in the first place, whether it's the fact that you stayed in it longer than you should have, whether it like, I feel disappointed about my last relationship because journal it out. And if it's kind of stuck and you're like, huh, this isn't ringing any bells for me, get some of that bilateral beats going in your ears. There's plenty of resources on YouTube for that. But get some bilateral beat music, put it on, set a timer for 20 minutes. I feel disappointed about my relationship because, and just journal it out. Journal, get that disappointed energy around love out of your life. Because once you do that, then you got the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So if you want your love life to kind of flourish, that would be the manifestation work for that. And it's almost like literally as soon as you get over the disappointment from the past and recognize that you won't make that same mistake again, I'm now more discerning. I now value myself more. I'm taking my time with this new friendship. I no longer go all in on relationships. Like, so it's also like once you get that disappointment out, you're going to be like, well, that's not going to happen to me again because I'm a different person now. Here's how I'm different. That's when love will like come rushing right in for you. Those were good messages. All right, let's move on to Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear this week? So Taurus, I'm focusing on what you need to hear to get all of your manifestations. Okay, there's something that you're manifesting and you're being super intentional about manifesting it. And you're being like super focused. And it's almost like, I don't want to use the word exhausting because it's not exhausting in a bad way, but it's almost like you're at this like, whoa, I haven't done this kind of deliberate intent and focus in a while. So you're kind of like, I don't want to use the word boss babe, but you're like boss babying up. You're like leadershiping up. Um, so I think though, because of all that kind of deliberate focus that you've had on it, I think you're a little slightly sad, maybe even kind of frustrated. There might be a little bit of disappointment in there that it hasn't come in yet. It's like, whoa, come on. I've been doing the manifesting. I've been doing the affirmations. Where is this good thing? Okay, here's why it hasn't come in. There's a little part of you that feels like you got to be a little sneaky to be able to get this. And sneaky doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean bad, okay? It just means that you're like, you might legit think you have to be a little sneaky. I got to go talk to this person behind the scenes, this person behind the scenes, and like they can't know I talked to them. Once I get their buy-in, then I could go talk to them. So maybe there's like a little bit of actual sneakity sneak energy in there, in which case it just means that you got a belief system that you can't directly ask for what you want and you can't directly ask for big things. Man, I could help you guys work through that. I'm wondering. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Let me get this EFT tapping book. It talks about breaking through to go for big things. So hold on. All right, let me find this. Let's just help you guys through this. We're doing some EFT tapping from Tapping into Wealth by Margaret M. Lynch. It is a good little book. I'll make a note to link to it in the comments for you guys. Let me make that note. Link to book on Amazon. I've been enjoying this book, guys. Breaking the cycle of always striving but never arriving. So I think you're really trying to increase something. Maybe you're like drastically trying to increase the income you could receive. And so there's just a part of you that doesn't feel like it's okay for that kind of juicy amount of goodness to flow directly to you and through you. Okay, there I am. I guess I did okay, but it was not my best. It was not the best. This is breaking the pattern of perfection. I should have done better. Should have. And I am right about this. I am always right about that. I could have done it better. I could have and should have worked harder, been smarter, prepared more, been more confident. I should be better at this by now. I should have been perfect. And it wasn't perfect. I should have done better. I should have pushed myself harder. Now it's too late. Everyone saw me flawed, less than the best, and that is unacceptable for me. I should have been better, and that is the truth. No room for human mistakes. No room for compassion. I deserve this indictment. Just not good enough. I have a very high standard for myself, and I am proud of that. Why would I want to change that? I don't want to be a slacker. This inner critical voice is really working for me. Okay, there's a couple more tapping scripts, but I want to let you know that for you guys, I don't think that this script hits spot on for what you're going through, because it kind of just feels like there's like something from your youth that you're used to receiving from other people. And now you're like opening up to receiving it directly to you. So you just have built up momentum of it comes from other people, which means there's a sneak little thought in there of I must not be good enough to do it on my own. So that's all that this is going to kind of clear up for you. And I'm gonna read the script, and I'm also gonna add in a little bit more to move the energy that I can feel in you guys. This one's longer, so buckle up, buttercups. There I was. I am open to seeing I did pretty good. I am open to seeing that I was enough all along to allow this in directly through me, and that it's okay, that I wanted to receive it from other people back in the day. I did better than most would have. Yes, you can always improve. And it's okay that I now want to expand to allow this good thing in directly to me and through me. It's okay that I want to expand in this way and that I want to be better. And I do love being the best. I love being a good receiver. But I never really let myself receive directly to me and through me before. Nor did I allow myself to celebrate when I do great. I downplay it. Why would I celebrate? This is time for that. There is time for that when I am perfect. Wow, that is pretty harsh. Because there is no perfect. I just stay stuck striving for it and never get to celebrate. Feel complete. Like I'm good enough on my own to receive this good feeling thing. And allow myself to be rewarded for my awareness, awesomeness. I honor myself now. I actually did the best I knew how at the time. And it's okay that that's how I used to want to receive. I actually did great, given my circumstances. I'm open to giving myself that gift. That gift of self-acceptance. That gift of self-love. That gift of expansion right now. And feeling my deserving at a deep level. I totally honor that I've always been doing my best. And that I now just want my best to look different. I've never not deserved. I honor my deserving right now. Even before I lift another finger and achieve another thing, I deserve right now. I deserve to expand and allow in new beautiful things. I'm opening my heart to my own deserving. Of course I deserve. I deserve love, money, attention, connection. Deserve wealth, security, and feeling good about myself. I deserve to feel proud of myself. I deserve to expand into this next version of me. I deserve to be seen as the expert I am. I deserve to have a blast being awesome. I deserve to enjoy this expansion. Because it's fun to be awesome. And it's fun to expand. I'm now forgiving and releasing this vow of perfection. And never being good enough. I've paid the price for it too long. And I'm now open to healing it, shifting it, and changing it. So I can have fun being awesome and expanding. Striving to reach my high standards. For the joy of mastery and achievement. For the joy of the manifestation and the expansion that accompanies it. Because that is the way I roll. I do deserve to honor this. I am so proud of myself and how much I deserve right now. Whew. Okay, that shifted your energy. You're gonna have to do some more. Didn't get you all the way there. I might have my booking link for a one-on-one in the description. I don't know if I have those up for availability right now or not, but you can look. Okay, a little more message wants to come through about the sneakity sneak. Oh, okay. So there was a part of you, yeah, you probably thought you did have to like kind of sneak. You couldn't directly ask for your needs or whatever. And there's also a little part of you that's kind of like the universe, believe it or not, you have this in there, Taurus. The universe has to give me this because this is big and grand and I can't get this on my own without the universe pulling miracles on my behalf. So yes, does the universe pull miracles on your behalf? Yes, yes, they do. Would you feel like you deserve it? I deserve this. I deserve this. Whatever your manifestation is, let's say it's money. Well, if I was making an extra 10K a month, this is how I would feel. Good. Journal it out. That's where you get the expansion. Good about myself. So don't make it about that I deserve 10K, because then you're going to trigger crap from your past, or what about the people in the war? But if you go, if I had made an extra 10K a month, I would feel good about myself. I deserve to feel good about myself. Feeling good feels good. So, of course, I want to feel good. That's the next obvious step. And that's when the universe can bring stuff in. Um, I would feel this way. I would feel that way. Here's the things that I would be buying. If I were able to buy that trip to Mexico, I would feel this way. I do deserve to feel proud of myself, good about myself, like I achieved something great. So you got to make it about the small, easy things, not the big thing. That's when you're gonna transform and go through a lot. All right, I hope that was helpful, Taurus. Let's go on to Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear this week for all of their manifestations? Oh, Gemini, you are distracting yourself. You are avoiding yourself. You're avoiding doing the actual manifestation work. The actual manifestation work is feeling into your desire. What would it feel like if this were in my life? You're either getting distracted by life, taking care of kids, I got to do this errand, I got to do that. There's too much to do, or you're distracted with, I got to clean up stuff from my past. No, you don't. You're going to take the time to feel into what would it feel like if I had my manifestation? And then journal it out. I would feel proud of myself. I would feel good about myself. I would be able to do this and that and that. I would be enjoying this. When you actually take the time to focus on it and allow yourself to journal it, that's when you're going to get the transformation. It's always energy work first, and you become the new you on the inside, and then your outer world changes, okay? And I can tell you that there's going to be an eruption of emotion. It's almost as if you've been bottling in your emotions and you've been distracting yourself, so that when you actually do take the time to sit down for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, set a timer. All right, fine. You know what, universe? I've been avoiding feeling what it'd feel like to have my husband. What would it feel like to be happily married? Feel it in your body, and like this eruption of emotion is going to come out of you. And it's gonna be like, for me, I'm a very emotional person, so it tends to be like those moments where I'm like, I cry, but it's like a good, beautiful cry, like oh my God, this is the pleasure that I've been denying myself. I just want to be kissed every day. I just want to be cuddled every day. I just want to hear cool stories from someone about their day. Well, my life would feel more alive if I had someone telling me stories about their day. And I just want someone to ask about my day. I want to feel cared about. I want to feel loved. So it's going to be like a cry, but like an eruption of, oh my God, this is a really good feeling thing that I want, and I've been denying myself from this. That is your message. And don't forget, I go live on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube with a manifestation morning show. And I do free mini reads, so come hang out. All right, let's move on to Cancer. What does Cancer need to hear this week to get all of their manifestations? Oh, Cancer. Well, you're in your head. I think you're distracting yourself a little bit. You're overthinking some things. I think you're trying to distract yourself with work and career growth, okay? There needs to be a part of you that makes peace with the fact, accepts that what you really want is a happy home, contented life. Yes, you might have more career growth that you want to do. It will probably be a great source of achievement for you for your whole life, and just a good source of positive feel good in your life. But you need to accept that what you want is to come home to that happy home, contented, maybe not family. This isn't the family card, but this heavily indicates that you want that, like, I've got a good home, which at least implies a long-term steady partner. Someone that you're like planning the future with. You're like planning trips with them. Your message is super short and sweet this week, Cancer. It's straight up, quit distracting yourself with work. You're only in anxiety in your head because you're not admitting to yourself that you want a happy home, contented life. All right, let's go into Leo. And I normally forget to put your timestamps down, Leo. I will not forget this week. And don't forget, guys, I do every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I do a manifestation show where I channel spirit for you live. So come hang out, guys, and just like move your energy to get into alignment for your desires. And if you do want to learn to manifest on your own, in your own time, don't forget to download my free mini manifesting course, kellylunt.com/free gifts. Okay, so what do you need to hear this week to get all of your manifestations? Ooh, Leo. It's a little bit of a brutal message for you. Like a mic drop, like a little slap. Quit wasting your energy and your time. You're trying to make something work that just isn't working. And that wasted energy is what's making you feel depleted and depressed. You're not actually depressed. You're wasting all your resources, resources being time, energy, money, energy being your mental energy, your emotional energy, your physical time energy. You're like running around trying to fix something that just straight up is not working. That's the source of your depression right now. Yeah, quit thinking I must just be depressed, because that's like not what I'm seeing is that that's not true. You're trying to make something work that isn't working or isn't worth your effort. Yeah, oh my God. It's almost as if the person is kind of making you stand alone. Tell me more. What does that mean, Spirit? Yeah, it's almost as, this is weird. This is very specific. It's almost as if they chased you, pursued you, whether it be a job or a lover, and they're like, no, I want you, or I really want you to work here. And then, like, now that they got you, they like pulled back and they're like now holding firm to the standards that they wanted all along. Well, no, like, I wanted a man who would chase me and pursue me, so why aren't you doing it? But in the beginning they were the one like planning the dates and let's go out, so there was something about like there's just a little bit of a switcheroo of energy, and it's like causing you to want to fight to keep it because it was once a really good feeling thing for you, and it was really good, but it's just like it's also like straight up draining you financially too. Not draining, it's just eating up more of your finances than you thought. um Yeah, man. And I just kind of honestly, whatever it is I just don't see that it's going to work out. And all the energy spent to try to fix it, that's what's causing you to be depressed, not an actual depression thing. Um, you're fighting for it so much though, because you really do want that like good, happy home, contented life. Like you're tired of feeling left out of the cold of a sweetie pie to come home to with a paycheck that you like. So you're like, no, I could see how it could work with this person. I'm going to fight for it. I'm going to fight for love. I'm going to fight to keep this job. They'll start paying me more soon enough. Um, Straight up though, it's not going to work out. Okay, come on, give them where should they be putting their focus then instead? Oh, all that focus should be on healing, getting quiet, get into a meditative state and go, heart, what do you need from me right now? How can I better be taking care of myself? What things can I do to help me get a softer, sweeter, smoother love life ahead? And kind of admit that you want to enjoy your financial life and build your financials up. Things are going to start costing more in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road for you. So you probably got some kids. So it's like now if you take the time to figure out investment, so that means retirement, but also like, guys, you can just invest in the stock market without putting it into a retirement account. If you hold on to it for 2 years, it's called capital gains. You can go Google this. Like if you hold on to a stock for 2 years and then sell it, you don't have to pay income taxes on it for up to a threshold. And I think that threshold is like somewhere around 45,000. So it's just if you invest money now, it can grow like dividends for you. If you don't put it into a retirement account, you can pull it out to like buy a house, take your son somewhere cool. And if, just hold on. So if it's like if you invest now, it can compound very beautifully for you. And like that financial security is going to buy you a lot of peace in the future. Well, damn, Leo, that was kind of brutal. I wish I had a better message for you. Sorry. Uh, Actually, I suppose getting out of bad situations is a good message. Sorry you're in a bad situation, though. All right, let's go to Virgo. What does Virgo need to hear this week to get their manifestations? Ooh, okay. New starts are all around you. Like new starts. So it could be new projects, new money making projects. That can also be the card that indicates good companionship and friendship. You also got the new start for things of passion. So that can lead into love, but that does tend to mean it's a little more focused on adult time. Um, oh, but there's a message there for you on that one. If you actually want to turn into love, you have to quit approaching love the way you've been approaching it. Believe it or not, there's a little bit of demand and entitled in your energy versus a soft, hey, it's a standard. It's a, this is how I'd like to be treated when I'm in a relationship. There's a huge difference between demand entitled and soft acceptance of, wait, this is how I want to be treated. I do want a guy who brings me a morning latte every morning, not a, I know I'm hot. Where's my latte? That's demand. That's entitled. If you just go, you know what? Like, God, when my man brings me a morning latte, I feel so loved. I feel this. I feel that. And I do want a relationship where we're both spoiling each other, which is those cute small gifts. Okay, so maybe I don't need a latte every morning, but I do want a relationship where we both value little small signs of affection, little small sweet gifts, so that we just get that steady, consistent of I'm loved. And I want to do those things for my partner too. So of course I want a partner like that. So I hope you kind of see the difference between just like a standard and acceptance of this is the type of relationship that I'm manifesting. Like straight up, you just have to approach love differently if you want a different result. If you can switch into the soft acceptance of either a standard or a this is the type of relationship I want, that's when you're going to feel on your path and be like, oh, whoa, I'm not even going to try to make it work with this person because they don't meet, they are in a lot of debt. Or I'm not even going to try to meet with this person. They say they hate being touched, and I'm manifesting a relationship of a lot of physical touch. So it just almost looks like there's a little bit of your energy, and if they really loved me, they would. But if you just softly admit what you want, get out of the demand and entitled, switch into the standard, switch into the this is the type of relationship that I want. You're gonna be like on your path, and you're gonna start seeing the people who also feel good around giving you what you want and also want the same type of relationship as you want. So there's not this like battle, duel to the death. All right, let's go on to Libra. What does Libra need to hear this week to get all of your manifestations? Don't forget, Libra, if you want to learn how to manifest, I have my free mini manifesting course at kellylunt.com/free gifts. You could also come hang out here on YouTube every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So tomorrow, or in 2 days. And I do a free manifesting podcast. And yes, I do give free reads from Spirit for those who can show up live. Are my glasses like on there slanted? Tuesdays, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I do a morning manifestation podcast, and I channel Spirit for you guys. So come hang out. Okay, to get all of your manifestations this week. Wow. Okay, you got, I would argue, the best read so far. For you, it's really just about tapping into the energy of creativity. That's what's going to get you to the life you want. And that means money and love. And it's going to lead you to a life where you look back very fondly on it. So let's just practice holding the vibration right now, Libra. Go ahead and soften your body. Soften the muscles in your forehead, behind your eyes. Take a deep breath. Soften the muscles in your jaws and your shoulders. in your stomach, just letting go. I'm willing and open to call in the vibration of creativity to me. I'm just going to allow myself to walk around feeling a little bit differently, a little bit more creative. It's okay to allow myself to feel different inside my body. I'm simply expanding into a more creative state and a more creative vibration. It just means more ideas will be coming to me, more fruitful ideas, more innovative, creative, outside of the box ideas that will help get me the results that I want. I'm going to start being open to new ideas and new ways to get things done. I'm going to just allow myself to feel a little bit more creative. I can be open to this vibration and energy of creativity. It means creating new, fun, wonderful things. And I did come down on this planet to create a fun, joyful, joyous life. So I'm just allowing myself to be open to inspired ideas, divine downloads, good ideas that are easy to implement, easy to act on action steps that will get me towards my results. So this just means every day, kind of nurture the vibration of creativity. And you can do that. I always preach meditate 15 minutes a day, set a timer for 15 minutes, and simply focus on the feeling of your body. You can focus on your feet on the floor, your bottom on the couch. You can focus on the feeling of your lungs expanding. You can think in as you're breathing in, out as you're breathing out. And then afterwards, set a timer for a minute and go, for this minute, I'm allowing myself to tune into my inner being and the vibration and feeling state of being more creative. And just soften your body as you do that. That's it. That's it. Because that's what's going to get you everything that you want, that vibration of creativity, and you're going to live very fondly of your life. Oh, that's a vibe you need to practice too. When I'm older, whatever age that is for you, 60, 80, 100, I'm manifesting a life where I look back on it and go, that was a good life. I'm very fond of the memories I have. I did a good job creating. I did a good job creating a life. I have a rich memory bank of fond memories. I led a good life. Hi, Scorpio. Yours is kind of short and sweet. So let's go to Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to hear, see, feel, and know this week? And Scorpio, if you want to master manifesting, because this is what you need to hear to get your manifestations, my free mini manifesting course is at kellylunt.com/free gifts. You could also come hang out to my live manifestation podcast Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time right here on YouTube, where I channel source for you guys just to help you get your manifestations in quicker. Ooh, wow. So for you, I expect a pickup of pace. I expect the pace of my manifestation to quicken. I expect to get rewards in quicker. I expect to get next steps and ideas in quicker. There needs to be a little bit of expectation that the manifestation is going to start moving quicker. I think before you were a little focused on smooth, gentle, soft, natural, organic unfoldment. But like, guys, come on, with those agave plants, like they could take up to 80 years to fully flourish. There's nothing wrong with, I want it now. I want it quicker. As I manifest it quicker, I want it in the smoothest way possible. I want it in the most natural, organic way possible. I want it in the way where I have lots of time for my love life, but I want this now. So when you do now an expectation that it's going to quicken its pace, a default expectation for manifestation, I expect it to get quicker. I expect it to come in now. If the tangible thing can't come in this very second, I expect the energy shifts. I expect the new thoughts. I expect the new belief systems. I expect the new ideas for the new action to take. That's when you're going to start the new journey. Your journey is going to start. So that means your manifestation could actually start coming in, and you're going to feel like, whoa, I am co-creating with the universe. I feel on my path. I'm moving forward. These are the kind of ideas that I need to get to where I want to go. I love these new thoughts, these new ideas. So that I do explain that in my free law of attraction course. Step 1 is the universe's job. Step 2, excuse me, step one is the ask. You have to do the ask. I expect my pace to be quickened. Step two, the universe aligns stuff. Step three, you receive either your desire or you receive the next step. And the more that I want $10,000. Oh, here's an offer I could put out that's just like a 2K offer and I feel good about it. The more that you can celebrate, I just got an idea that I actually feel hopeful could lead me to $10,000. The more that you can really truly celebrate that idea, as if you're celebrating, I just got $10,000. I just got an idea that I can see leading to $10,000. That's when you're living in alignment to rapidly manifest. You'll get the next step, the next step, the next step. It will be, here's the platform to put it on. Here's the payment processor to use. Here's the video to make to then share about it. Oh my God, people applied. I'm getting on sales calls. One signed up. You got to celebrate each of those steps as if you'd be celebrating the end goal. And that's when it comes in rapidly. No matter what, you're at least going to start feeling like you're juicily co-creating with the universe. All right, let's go to Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear this week? In Sagittarius, you could download my free mini manifesting course at kellylunt.com/free gifts, or you could come hang out Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time right here on YouTube, where I do a free manifestation podcast and I do mini reads. I channel source for you guys. So come hang out, get high vibe, and get closer to receiving your manifestation. All right, what does Sagittarius need to hear this week to receive their manifestations? Well, hey, you're on your right path, okay? You're on your right path. You got to allow yourself to dream a little bit more. So allow yourself to get like the daydream of it. You know what, universe? I know it's going to be really good when that comes in. Can you start showing me the vision? Can you start showing me little glimmers of how good it's going to be? I know how manifestation works. How would I feel if it came in? There's a part of me that has no idea how I'll feel when this comes in. Inner being, I expect you to start showing me how it feels. You could guide me to little Instagram short clips, YouTube videos of someone who was exactly in my shoes and got to where I want to be. You could bump me into someone and I overhear someone talking at a coffee shop about, wasn't this great? Show me the dream. Give me the vision. Help me feel inspiration. I'm ready to feel inspired, like I'm moving towards a dangling carrot. I'm ready to feel like I'm moving towards something good and great, and like I'm worthy of it and like I deserve it. Okay, so from there, it is going to feel, your manifestation is going to feel like a wobble. Okay. And why I say that is because you're entering into the new, a new domain in life, a new terrain. And just like, if you lived in the Shire your whole life and now you're going outside of the Shire, you're like, oh my God, the Shire was such a closed little town that we don't even have maps of this outside world. I don't even have a map here. That's good. That manifestation to get to Mordor is going to feel like a wobble because you're entering into the unknown without a map. You don't know what to expect. But here's how you feel better. Clasp your hands together. What hand is on top? Mine is the left. Unclasp, reclasp your other hand on top. It probably feels awkward, weird, uncomfortable, like a wobble. Keep your hands clasped this way for 2 minutes. All it takes is 2 minutes. And what's going on? You keep your hands clasped as I'm going to explain and show you what's going on, okay? Why it feels awkward and weird is because, look, when you had your hands clasped the way you normally do, this side of your skin wasn't being touched. And now when you move it, it's being touched. This side isn't being touched. So there's all these new points on your body that are being touched, and that some are used to being touched, aren't being touched. All of that is your hands, your fingers are sending impulses through your nervous system to your brain, and your brain is determining what are all these new sensations. Hold on, what's going on? Wobble, whoa. In 2 minutes, your brain's going to determine, hey, this is safe, this is okay. You just grew some new neural pathways, you did something new. Hey, this is safe, this is okay. We don't need these strong signals from the hands anymore. Okay, so if all of that uncomfort can happen from just switching your hands around, you're now entering into a new state of being. New ways of thinking, new ways of seeing yourself in the world, new ways of seeing yourself, the relationship with yourself. So you're having like 10x the signals going on throughout your body, right? Because if you've had to play small your whole life and all of a sudden you're like No, no, I just work with people for $100. And now you're like, no, you know what? I want the $10,000 offer. That's so many new rockets of desires. That's so many new, that's mother wound, that's father wound, that's worthiness. There's so many things going on that it's going to feel like a wobble. So just reassure yourself every day. It's okay to be going for something new. It's okay to be going for something that feels big. Look, I'm just getting used to a new sensation and a new fulfilling in my body. And if I could do this hand thing, I could do this next thing. I'm simply getting used to a new way of being, a new way of getting things done. A lot of this is going to be about soothing yourself into alignment. When you're high vibe on an alignment, that's when you want to bump up the energy and focus on appreciation, satisfaction, happiness. When you're not high vibe on it, the more that you just soothe yourself, that's what's going to bring it in. And you can manifest both ways. But right now, this is a soothing yourself into alignment. And once you kind of figure out this whole manifesting while feeling a little bad, yeah, you're going to feel like the badass magician. Like, oh my God, I can create anything. I can create when I'm high vibe. I can create when I'm mid vibe. I can manifest when I'm low vibe. Let's do this, universe. Yeah, and once you kind of embrace this manifestation is going to feel like a wobble and a whoa in my body until I get used to this new way. This is another analogy I like to use with my clients. You were walking on a concrete sidewalk, and now you're stepping off the concrete onto sand to get to the beach. That first step, it's going to be like, whoa, hold on. The ground's not stable. The next step, the same thing. The third step, the same thing. By the third step, you're like, okay, I get it. I got to step a little bit differently to walk on this uneven terrain. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth step are a little bit smoother. By the time you get to the 10th step, you're like, all right, I kind of get how to walk on this slightly moving terrain. That's all you're doing. It's all you're doing. And it's going to lead to a lot of beautiful spiritual expansion. Yeah. And I think you're also going to realize there's going to be a point where you realize, oh my God, I'm not being greedy for wanting this thing. I simply just want to provide for my family better. I want my daughter to get the pretty dress. I want to take my wife out on dates. Like, you're just going to realize, like, I'm not greedy for wanting this, but you have to allow yourself to go through that expansion to get it. All right, let's go to Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to hear this week to get their manifestations? Aw, Cappity Caps, you want love. Cappies, I think your person is going to take some action towards you this week. So your job is to embrace, I do want love. You got to like embrace it, embrace like, I do want this. And like, so they could feel it in your body, right? Because right now, believe it or not, Capricorn, your energy is a little tense. So when the person is coming in, they feel that tenseness and their energy coming into like, do they want love? It bounces off. Hey, I like you. Boom. Some of it bounces back. But if you're like softer and you just embrace like, oh my God, I do want a life partner. I do want to experience life more as a we. I do want that. It's okay that I've been single for so long and have that momentum built up on being single. I can shift gears. I can change lanes. I'm just changing lanes to embrace that I want to come home to someone every day. I want someone to share meals with at least 6 out of 7 days a week. I want to be holding hands and bring those feelings into your body of like, I do want that, and soften your body because that's what's going to make the conversations like flow easier and better. And the softer you are, the easier it's going to be for the other person to be a little bit like more romantic with you, express feelings of, you were the best companionship I've ever had. It was great. The softer you are, the more information you'll get out of them, the more they'll feel ready and able to open up to you. So gosh, Capricorn, if I were you, and I am a Capricorn, so I am you. Let's just hold it right now. Go ahead, guys. Close your eyes if you want. Feel your feet on the chair. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your bottom making contact with the chair. Just take a big breath in. And just release it. Take another big breath in. Just release it and let it go. And one more, but send this breath to your heart. Big breath in, sending the air to your heart. It's safe and okay to be loved, to be in love, to have love in your life. And breathe out. And just in your mind's eye, picture yourself getting a hug from your life partner. Their arms wrapped around you, your head falling on their body, and you just relaxing and letting go as you melt into their arms. Or if you're the taller person, feel the other person melt into your arms. Just allow yourself to feel that hug and just embrace, oh my gosh, this feels good, and I do want this good feeling in my day-to-day life. Breathe it into your heart. I do want life to feel like a warm embrace. Good days, a warm embrace, a hug of celebration. Bad days, a hug of embrace, of comfort and soothing. I'm ready to feel accepted. I'm ready to feel included. I'm softening my body as I just begin to allow myself to be willing to be moved by someone else's energy. And I just embrace that I want to be holding hands. Just picture in your mind's eye holding hands and where your hands are interlocking. I do want to be holding hands with someone and walking through life with them. And I want that co-creation of life with someone else to be expanded by their thoughts and their ideas, for them to be expanded by my thoughts and my ideas. And it's a life where both of our lives are better with each other in it. And just breathe in. And just breathe out. I'm not weak for wanting this. This is a beautiful thing to embrace. And I'm embracing that I'm simply entering a new chapter of my life. And it's one where I want loving, warm, embracing. Go ahead and breathe out. You guys are going to have to work on that a little bit. You're really going to have to work on embracing, oh my God, I do want that. I want that joyful companionship. I want that flirty energy. I want those hugs. I want those kisses. I want that expansion. I want to sometimes have fun based on their ideas. I want to be expanding. Like, you got to work on that a little bit. Because the person does want to come in right now. Your energy just feels a little hard. And honestly, it's also like, honestly, quit doing inner child work, quit doing limiting belief work. Right now, it's really going to move your manifestation forward is by doing the calling in the new vibrations, the new energy, the new default emotional state within your body. That's what's going to call your manifestation in, not old work. Okay, let's go to Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to hear this week to get all their manifestations? Whoa! Holy fudge-tastics. Whoever it is that you think is beautiful, you got to be willing to admit to yourself that you want to go after it. Because right now, there's, how do I say it? Okay, God, there's a lot of messages coming in for you, Aquarius. So, whoever it is, whatever little ex you're thinking about, you have to admit that that first relationship is over. I do think you're thinking about them a lot. So I think you got to admit to yourself, like, they are beautiful. And they might not be physically beautiful, but something about their energy and their like joyfulness for life, their happiness, their funness, their adventure. That's like, oh my God, I do want that. Whatever's been going on in the other person's life, though, you guys are not going to return to that old dynamic. So it's just like, hey, that relationship was over. Like, quit trying to extract value out of reviewing what went right, what went wrong, what could I have done better. Like, that part is over. You have to now to start admitting, here's the beautiful things about that relationship, and here's the beautiful thing about that person. Here's why I want that in my life. Here's why I want to go after this. I think it's going to, like, this is going to be a lot of like spiritual growth and personal growth for you. And this, a lot of this is about you stop being harsh on yourself. I could have done this better. I could have done that better. I think like whatever chapter of your life you were in before this, especially it looks like your profession, it served you well to like beat yourself up, be hard on yourself, be overly critical. Here's what I could have done better. Here's what, next time I'll make sure to implement this new protocol. But again, like that chapter of your life's over as well. So it's kind of like you have to like quiet that inner critic and be like, hey, you know what? You served me in the past. Now you don't. Now I'm open to seeing what I'm doing good, what I'm doing right. And now I'm open to getting new ideas for a new way to be, for me to embrace love. Because like your inner romantic, and I don't think you're going to be like the person who like buys flowers every week and makes a rose petal walkway for someone. Okay. But your inner like romance side is going to come out. My babe mentioned this fun little thing she found in Chicago. Can we road trip there? What would it cost? What's a good restaurant I could take us to? So I don't see you being that like overly write a poem for a chick or write a poem for your guy. But like that part of you that really wants to kind of spoil and delight someone and just like, I made them smile. I took them somewhere they would like. I did that. So like, it's kind of like admit that your sense of accomplishment in your career is over. And now it's going to come from, I made that person smile. I made this plan. I got us in the car. I rented that hotel. I got us here. Look at that smile. That smile is because of me. Like you're going to find so much more life satisfaction out of that than you thought you would have. Oh, interesting. A reason why this is a little bit hard for you to reach out to them is because you feel like you're protecting your self-worth, your sense of self, your being, your autonomy, your self-agency. But like you want to protect beating yourself up mentally and emotionally. And guys, sometimes a relationship is about the other person. If you're a man watching this, there's a sense of duty, obligation, and honor of, no, I don't want to go drink tea at that girly tea place, but I know that my babe's girlfriends are all out of the weekend and it's a pop-up shop, so it is my duty to be responsible to this relationship. Or if you're a female, it's you know what, sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes you do have to go to like the sweaty gym or the car show with my babe. All his buddies are out of town. All right, he's someone to go with him. Like, okay, fine. Since this is all about him, babe, if you could have it all your way, what would you want it to look like? What do you want me to wear? Okay, fine. You want me to wear that low cleavage shirt and like get rowdy little, like, all right, let's enjoy this rodeo. Like, it's just embracing that sometimes there's a fun in doing it someone else's way. Um, are doing it for them to make them happy, because your inner romance side wants to come out, but it can't come out if you're still too busy beating yourself up. So what that would look like if you are looking in the past and you're like, oh my God, I see how I was selfish. Oh my God, I see like, shoot, I ignored so many of their texts. Ugh, I was an a-hole. You can stay in that, ugh, I was an a-hole. Ugh, I was this. Or you could go, oh my God, I don't know why. Maybe I felt really overwhelmed. Maybe my nervous system got activated and I got scared by the closeness and the depthness of it. Maybe, you know what, they were ahead of me and I could tell how much closeness they wanted. And it did scare me a little, but oh my God, I didn't realize that I ignored like 9 texts in a row. I didn't realize that I said no to like 5 hangouts with them. Like, God, no wonder why they left. No wonder why they. So don't beat yourself up to be like, no wonder why they left. No wonder why they moved on. Like, God, I would move on too if I were them. Well, universe, I now know that I want to be able to expand and to be able to handle more emotions. I want to be ready to be in a serious commitment. I want to know how to be able to feel deeper and richer and like be a better partner. See, that way of thinking is going to get you moving towards your goal, whether it works out with this person or not. Yeah, it kind of looks like it wouldn't go bad if you reached out to them. I think just both of you would kind of recognize that, yeah, there's love there. Yeah. You guys both are gonna like, wow, there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of friendship, companionship. That it is really good. Um, and both of you just be at a, do I want this? Both of you would be, do I want this person? Can we talk about what kind of dynamic relationship we want? I know both of you will like playing in the energy of that. There's seeds well planted for it to work out with them. Um, and there's a little bit of you that kind of likes their, I don't know if it's like their spiritual side or if it's just their mysterious side, or maybe it's more like their kind of whimsical, fun side of life. You're like, how did they think of that? That was fun. What made that? Why aren't they thinking of like duty and honor? And they're just, okay, but that it was fun. I do want to do that. That's like your biggest draw to that person. Oh, you're really sad without them in there. Oh, and you kind of wish you did kind of embrace all the fun they wanted to go have and do. And instead, you kind of bickered with them. Um, so it wouldn't go bad. It would overall be like positive, net positive. You guys would like to see each other again. Seeds would be well planted for a relationship that would lead to a lot of emotional fulfillment if you both do decide to work together. It just looks like have some fun, chill, casual, not a casual hookup, but like casual, let's go on a run. Let's go on a hike. Let's go grab lunch. Just cause some kind of like gentle touch points, you know, 2, 3, 4 times. And then you can maybe bring up like, dang, I miss you. Then you can get into like the deeper conversations of like, you know, here's what I really miss about you and what I like about you. And then see what the other person has to say. And then it could be, all right, if we were to give this an honest shot, what would you like it to look like? But as you're doing those deeper talks, what would you want it to look like? Also make sure you're doing like fun things, because what you want, I learned this from John Gray, and this is like the relationships that I see kind of go the distance. They spend about 3 months just creating at least once a week a fun, positive experience with the other person. That was a really enjoyable walk. That was an awesome lunch. That was a fun little adventure zone. That was a fun little escape room. Um, that was a delightful picnic we had in the park. So you want to create just like fun, uplifting, light-hearted memories for you guys over a course of 3 months. And those tend to be the ones that go the distance from what I've observed. But all right, good luck, Aquarius. Let's go on to Pisces. Did I get everyone? One, two, three, four. Okay, yeah, we're on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, this is everything you need to hear this week to get your manifestations. And if you would like to become a master manifester, you could download my free mini manifesting course, kellylunt.com/free gifts. Or you could come hang out live on Tuesdays right here on YouTube at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, where I host a free manifestation podcast. I take your questions live, channel spirit for you, guide you through the energy work so that you just shift to the new energy to get in your desire. So 2 ways that I can help you in addition to this video to get your manifestations in. Let me just shuffle the cards though. What does Pisces need to hear this week to receive all their manifestations, to feel as high vibe as possible, but most importantly, to receive their manifestations now, universe? Now is the time for them to get the epiphany, the idea for the next step, to be in alignment with their own inner being and their own source. What do they need to hear to get all their manifestations? Well, Pisces, oh man, it's going to be an interesting week for you. It kind of looks like in the beginning of the week, it's going to be more of like a soothe yourself into alignment. Because whenever you're kind of like healing or recovering from some low vibes, it is more about soothing yourself into alignment. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to feel sad. That was a sad event. It's okay to feel disappointed. It is okay how I feel. I can just allow these emotions to be there to flow through me, out of me. They'll soon be transformed. They'll soon be transformed. And it kind of looks like what went wrong in your relationship was that you forgot to focus on the feeling of the dream. Because I do see a masculine male energy in your vicinity. I think you got triggered. And instead of focusing on the here's why I like him, that was such a great conversation. I love it when he calls. We have a good flow. You focused on the triggered. So it's a, hey, old wounds, it's okay that you got triggered. It's okay that you came up. I get it. We did used to be in bad relationships, so I understand. I was just trying to protect myself, but now's the time to soothe myself. Here's all the signs that this person's a good person. Here's all the signs that they're worthy of being trust. Universe, help me stay focused on how I feel currently about this person. Remind me of all the reasons why I enjoy hanging out with them and get me back in touch with the that's right, this is the dream that we're building together. It's really about soothe yourself. You'll be able to switch into then a place of show me how they're trustworthy. Help me feel reassured that they're trustworthy. Show me that it's like what I enjoy about them. Because you want your focus on you. I feel this way around them. I like how I feel around them. Um, I always feel uplifted. I love how encouraged I feel. I love how loved I feel. I love our snuggles. It feels so good when he calls. I love it. I love the connection. I love the attention. And that's right. I want to move towards a life that looks like this. So you just lost sight of that vision that you're moving towards and got triggered and started focusing on that. Is he doing this? Is he doing that? What's his intentions? So soothe yourself into alignment. Get back into here's all my ample proof that they're a good person. He 90% of the time says something and does it and follows up on it. And that's right, I'm moving towards this. That means I do have to move into a new terrain with my energetic system, my nervous system around love, romance, and relationships. All right, I hope that was helpful, Pisces. Lots of love to you guys. I hope you have a good week. Bye, guys.